What is happening? J Gamer Dude here, and we're going to be looking at what's going to be happen or what has happened at the Xbox Games Showcase for June of 2024. And whew, was it a hell of a showcase? I had to watch it a little bit late, a little bit delayed, or at least like half a day delayed because of timing, work, and a bunch of other things. So let's sit down, talk about this, because this video is not even coming out until like a day later. So hopefully I can at least get some viewership. Moving on from that, let's run through what has been shown. So first and foremost, they showed off some Call of Duty Black Ops 6, some gameplay, some story related stuff, and the story stuff does have me kind of interested, so let's just hope that they kind of are able to bring the heat with that. Moving on from that, they showed off the gameplay for Doom: The Dark Ages. What we once thought was actually a code name turns out to actually be the name of the game, where Doom Marine has a sick new looking armor, and on top of that has a shield that acts as a chainsaw, has abilities of being able to parry and things like that. So they're really starting to add more action oriented mechanics into the actual gameplay, because it was either just, you know, step one rip, step two tear sort of idea. So now they're actually going sort of beyond that. It'll be interesting to see how that all goes on, but at the moment, very hyped, very excited. Let's just hope that it kind of is able to nail the aesthetic as well as the actual gameplay in Doom: The Dark Ages. So looking forward to that by id Software. State of Decay 3 was shown off. So if you're into State of Decay, I'm sure State of Decay 3 is absolutely going to be up your alley, as with most zombie games of this ilk. Very excited, so we're likely going to be seeing that. Now, one thing that I did almost forget to mention was that I think just about every game mentioned in the showcase is actually coming day one on Game Pass, so it's clear that they are in fact dipping themselves and like doubling down on Game Pass as much as humanly possible. So it'll be interesting to see how that all goes. Now let's keep moving on with the whole thing. Dragon Age: The Veilguard, which is a look at BioWare's next RPG, and very much so, they actually did change the name from, what was it? It was the name of the villain before, and now they're kind of going into the Veilguard, which is pretty much like your new sort of BioWare bro buffet, or the colleagues, not even colleagues, but like the actual like members of your party and stuff like that, that's going to be appearing there. Fallout 76 Skyline Valley now has is the actual next expansion, and you'll actually be able to play as a ghoul, which is actually really interesting. I did not think that we would ever be able to do that, but I feel like if there's any way of being able to do it, it would either have been a new game or an expansion to Fallout 76. So from absolutely hated pariah to now a much more appreciated game. Starfield Shattered Space looks cool. I don't know enough about Starfield to really be able to comment much, but it is coming later on this year, so look forward to that. World of Warcraft: The War Within, coming out August 26th. It's, again, I'm not really much of a WoW person, so if you're into that sort of thing, then definitely look forward to it. Clear Upscale Expedition 33 revealed a 2025 launch, coming to Game Pass, of course, Xbox Series S and X and PC. This was an interesting one. I saw it and I was like, this looks really cool, so I am certainly going to be keeping my eye out for it as well. South of Midnight had a very sort of stop motion type of trailer going on, and again, looks really cool. Again, that's also coming to Game Pass, Xbox Series S and X, and is going to be releasing in 2025. The trailer that made me drop everything to just stare at the screen for pretty much the entire runtime, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, still very much, I think, dated at 2024. They haven't delayed it to 2025 yet, but there was some rumors going around about that. They actually showed off a bit of the opening. The dialogue very much still feels like it was ripped from the original recordings, and we'll also get to see the man, the myth, the legend, Boss herself. She also appeared, and it is strange to see characters with such lifelike looks to them. So it's very interesting to also see the way in which it's being, put forward from the original to what it is now in a more modern type of game. That being said, this is still Konami that we're talking about, so do keep in mind that there may be some bugs, or maybe mechanically some things aren't going to quite click, but at the moment I am willing to delay my sense of disbelief, at least for now. We'll have to see how things actually shake up when the game launches. Sea of Thieves goes into season 13, so very much something to look forward to. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Now, I think I've known about this game for a while because it's been available for pre-order on like the PlayStation Store for a while. It looks cool. I am quite excited for this one. July 18th, 2024 for PC, consoles, and Xbox Game Pass, of course. We finally get to see Joanna Dark herself in Perfect Dark, the new Perfect Dark, I should say, and it very much looks like it's taking the aspirations of like a Prey and making it into an immersive sim, which is quite interesting to see. Still no release date, but again, day one on Game Pass. Yeah, I think just about everything was like, play it on Game Pass. So again, just tripling down as much as humanly possible. Age of Mythology Retold, launching on September 4th, 2024. Of course, coming to Game Pass, Series S and X, and PC. Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. Now, this actually had an incredible showing as a trailer, and I was quite into it. Though, in saying that, it's very cinematic, and I don't think that the gameplay is going to be like how the cinematics are presented, so it is what it is. However, we do have a release date of October 8, 2024 for the Vessel of Hatred expansion, which is the first of its first expansion that isn't just an update. Look forward to that just in time for Halloween. Fable continues to be incredibly entertaining to just sit down and actually watch, because I prefer British humor over American humor any day of the week. We also have a release date. Forget the fact that we even saw it. We have a release year of 2025. Look forward to that. Again, Game Pass, Series S and X, and PC. All good things coming to mind. Fragpunk. Now, this one was actually under embargo from what I'm aware, until it was shown during the show today. Probably the most boring part of the entire showcase, in my opinion, but again, it is still an incredibly solid showcase throughout from beginning to end. Coming out in 2025 on Xbox Series S and X and PC. Winterborough, which looked like an interesting mouse game that seems like I didn't realize it was a survival game, at least not from the gameplay, but that is also going to be launching in 2025, Game Pass, Series S and X, and PC. Now, this one has got me kind of interested as well, especially with the music and the sort of young artist sort of vibe that's got going on, is Mixtape. Coming to Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Series S and X, and PC 2025. The music it's pretty much made by the same guys who made Artful Escape, and is sort of like just a narrative story game, at least from what we can tell, with some absolutely banging music, some solid tracks that were definitely played throughout to bring out more of the emotion of what you're actually looking at. So very much something to look forward to if you are a story single player buff like myself. Next we have is Life is Strange Double Exposure. This one's coming out October 29th, 2024. Surprisingly, a new Life is Strange game just announced, has a date, and a solid showing regardless of multiple two realities as you try to solve the murder of your friend while preventing it in another. Interesting idea. Let's see where this kind of goes, and hopefully it actually works out well gameplay wise and doesn't cause any sort of confusion, or actually just works, because that's kind of a difficult thing to do. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 lands in November. God, I hate the puns. November 19, 2024, we're going to get Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It is more Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't think I even need to say anymore. Anyone who's going to buy and play it is going to buy and play it. Next we have is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. They didn't really show off well, they showed off a lot actually, a lot of cutscenes, a lot of like indie wit, charm, and things like that. I think it's still slated for 2024, far from what I'm able to tell. They didn't give an exact date. Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. Now, this one has got me interested. I'm just looking forward to when it actually launches, because I feel like this is the kind of game you want to sit down and play with the sticks. Very much an action game, similar to the Where Winds Meet from the, I can't remember if it was the PlayStation Showcase or the, what's it called, Summer Game Fest. But yeah, also coming to Xbox Series S and X and PC via Steam and Epic Games Store. But this is the first one where it says it's actually launching on PS5 as well, so I'll probably give that a shot. Avowed, still very much aiming for a 2024 release. We've heard about this game for quite some time. It's really just a matter of releasing it so that people can sit down and actually play it, for those who are absolutely excited, because of course Obsidian know how to do RPGs. Atomfall. Now this one I thought was going to be something along the lines of Atomic something or other, the game that came out last year that was like kind of Russian propaganda-ish. I thought that this was an expansion to that. Unfortunately, it isn't, but rather the fact that the Sniper Elite team are actually making a... Okay, I didn't really think of it as a first-person survival action game, but I could probably see that. It does have a really cool vibe going for it. Coming out in Xbox Game Pass, Series S and X, and Xbox One and PC. Xbox One, okay. And PC in 2025. Interesting. So that's multi generation. Interesting. Okay. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Some more. Of course, I mean, do we really even need to know about more of that? Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. September 5th, 2024. Finally has a release date. Is finally coming out. And thank goodness that the guys who developed the game are still hopefully at least as together as they can be, given the war that was going on between Ukraine and Russia that kind of delayed the game indefinitely, at least until now. Xbox Series X is now going all digital. This one's more of a hate boner for me than anything else, so I'm going to ignore that and keep moving forward with some more positivity as they finally showed off the final game, Gears of War E-Day. And it feels like a prequel game because it looks like a younger Marcus Phoenix. And I mean, yeah. If you're into Gears of War a lot, you absolutely need to look at this trailer. Because I think it'll definitely set a lot of like excitement, a buzz for sure. Though there was actually like no date that was revealed, to say the least. At least far as from what I can tell. Now, while there wasn't a lot for me personally, at least as exciting as like say a Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, or a Life is Strange Double Exposure, or a mixtape, those were kind of the most exciting ones to me personally. But let me know what you guys liked about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 300 subs by the end of the year. And with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.